Thankfully, there are a variety of levels of participation for those who want to be involved in the arts, whether outdoors or indoors. Of course, one level is those who do it professionally, but most people choose another vocation and then pursue their love of the arts as an avocation. And among those in that category, most are involved just for the fun of it, even though it still is a very serious side of their lives.
Take a pair of sparkling eyes, shining ever and anon in a merciful eclipse. Do not heed.
I like music. I think that music has a lot to offer, emotionally, spiritually. I think there's an awful lot in music that helps you deal with life.
Music is a serious part of Stan Watson's life. While growing up in the Midwest, he took piano lessons, sang in the choruses, and took band in high school. And he's been taking one sort of music class or another ever since moving to Juneau in 1978. He soon found himself performing with the Juneau Oratorio Choir.
There were notices for tryouts for soloists for the Messiah, so I tried out, and I did some of the tenor solos for that. And several people heard me in the performance and came to me afterwards and said, "Would you like to be in the opera?" And I says, "No way. I could never be in an opera. I can't act worth 2 cents, and you just couldn't drag me out on the stage."
Take a pair of sparkling eyes, shining ever and anon in a merciful eclipse. Do not heed their mild surprise, having passed the Rubicon. Take a pair of rosy lips. Take a figure trimly planned, such as admiration weds. Be particular in this. Take a tender little hand, fringed with dainty fingerets. Press it in parenthesis.
Playing Marco in Gilbert and Sullivan's The Gondoliers was only one of Stan's many roles in Juneau Lyric Opera productions. It's the story of two brothers and the small kingdom of Barataria.
This country needed a king, and they couldn't decide which of us was supposed to be the king, so we were both one king. So we were supposed to be acting as one person. So in that particular song, we sang just about every other word to give the impression that we were one person acting together.
Replying, we sing as one individual. As I find I'm a king to my kingdom, I bid you all I'm aware you object to pavilions and palaces that you'll find I respect your republic and fallacies you'll find I.
You know, Gilbert and Sullivan's fun. I like doing Gilbert and Sullivan, and the music is pretty good, but there are certain operas and roles that I really like. My probably favorite two composers of operas are Mozart and Puccini. They're totally different, separated by over 100 years. Mozart's music is just wonderful music, and I would like to do more Mozart operas, but that's more serious. Requires better singers, more singers, and then I love Puccini. I would love to do La Bohème.
Stan's career studies at the University of Alaska Fairbanks were in wildlife management, but saturation in that job market forced Stan to take a different route, delivering mail in downtown Juneau.
I don't like sitting in an office all day long. I find that pretty deadly. So I really like being a carrier. I like getting out on the street, and just being outside is nice, but also interacting with the public and all the shops and everything.
Although Stan enjoys his job, he doesn't usually sing while delivering the mail, but there have been rare occasions.
As a matter of fact, one day when I was delivering mail up in the Highlands area, when we were rehearsing for Così fan tutte, I was running a song through in my head, and I was actually singing it in the truck because it was a nice day. I don't know, it was probably early spring, and I probably had the truck window open, but then there's nobody around. As I said, you generally don't see people. So I drove up to this house, and I was singing away at this song, didn't think anything of it, and getting ready to get out of the truck and deliver mail to this one house, and lo and behold, this lady comes around from the side of her house, and she'd obviously heard me because she comes up to the truck and says, "Was that you singing?" I said, "Yeah." She says, "I thought so. I can't get that kind of music on my radio." But it made me feel good. Obviously, she liked what she was hearing.
Occasionally, Stan hears something he doesn't like, but for him, there's a simple solution.
Being a musician and having a piano, I didn't like having to pay the piano tuner every 6 months to get my piano tuned. Well, I didn't see any reason why I couldn't do it myself.
So Stan took a course in piano tuning. When he first started tuning, it took about 5 hours to do a piano. Now it takes less than 2 hours, and it's become a side business for him. He tunes pianos in several southeast communities.
You get a wide variation in tuners. Some of them couldn't play a tune, and some of them are really good pianists. The average one can generally plunk out a tune, or has a standard song they'll play, just to see how the piano works, and I have my standard too. It's totally different to listen to recorded music, even good recorded music on a nice stereo. It's a lot different from performing music on your own, whatever level you're performing it at, whether you're just singing around the home or plunking out a tune on the piano, or whether you're been working for 3 or 4 months on an opera and you've got 30 or 40 other people all involved at the same time. It's an involvement that's in music that really makes music worthwhile. I don't like to treat music as a spectator sport that often. I'd rather get involved. I'd like to do it. It's fun.
Act upon it if you can, if you can, if you can.